for the second time in history that Vietnam has become a non-permanent member of the UNSC, securing 192 out of a total of 193 votes, which is a record high number of votes at UNSC. Prior to this, Vietnam was a non-permanent member for the 2008 to 2009 term as well, and acted as the Council's President in July 2008 and October 2009. In addition to this celebration, we are also here to celebrate the 94th Vietnam Journalist Day on 21st June by honoring Indian and Vietnamese journalists. We are also here today to present the 2018 National External Information Service Awards to Indian authors present amongst us today evening. Thank you once again, ladies and gentlemen, for joining us today, and we are looking forward to having a wonderful evening with your gracious presence. We are inviting the President of Foreign Correspondents Club, Shri S. Venkat Narayan, to give his opening remarks. I invite you on the stage, sir.
Good evening and a warm welcome to the Foreign Correspondents Club of South Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, and Billy, the CEO of Indigo, and the Vice Chancellor of Sharda University, and diplomats and members of the Foreign Correspondents Club, and all other guests. This is a very special evening. Today, Vietnam and India have been friends for a long time, and they got strengthened ever since Comrade Ho Chi Minh visited India in 1958. We have a picture of his meeting with Nehru in our auditorium. And today the Vietnamese, it's a very special day for them because they have just been elected with a massive majority as a non-permanent member of the Security Council. And we want to congratulate the people of Vietnam and the government of Vietnam on this wonderful event. They're also celebrating the 94th journalists event. In Vietnam, journalists are held in very high esteem. So when the ambassador visited us the last time, a few weeks ago, he suggested I would like to celebrate the Journalist Day also here, to honor Indian journalists as well as Vietnamese journalists and journalists who have been writing about Vietnam and authors who have been writing about Vietnam. They are also, Indigo's CEO is with us. Indigo is going to launch a direct flight between India and Vietnam. Billy will make an announcement about that shortly. Another most welcome piece of news is that visa on arrival is going to be introduced, and VSF people are also here. So we have a very tight program here. I do not want to take too much time. May I now invite His Excellency the Ambassador to come and say a few words. Ambassador Vietnam.
Good evening, you, Sankai Narayana, President of the Correspondent Club, distinguished members of the Indigo, DMS, Sharda Universities, esteemed members of the club. It gives me a great pleasure and delight to be here tonight to celebrate with you so many events that Vietnam just got. Originally, 3 months back, when I came here and talked to you, Mr. President and I decided to organize together a small evening of Vietnam, simply in order to honor all the journalists, because in Vietnam we have a tradition of honoring journalists every year on the 21st of June, which is the day that you celebrate yoga. So you here, celebrate yoga here in Vietnam, we celebrate and honor all the journalists. So today we combine that event together with a series of events. And I'm very pleased also to announce that you have the two Indian journalists who won the prize in a competition to write about Vietnam. So I also take this opportunity to give them awards. And I think that they will be, their name will appear in Vietnam newspapers tomorrow because of this achievement. I also would like to take this opportunity to thank the people and government of India for having supported Vietnam in the last election to vote Vietnam to become a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. The fact that Vietnam is the only country so far to register a record high number of votes, 192 out of 193, indicates the growing international prestige and outstanding position of Vietnam in the world arena, and also the confidence that you put on us. On this occasion, we would like to thank the Indian and people of India for that precious vote, and we also committed to work closely with India and other partners in order to fulfill the heavy responsibility upon Vietnam as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. For your information, Vietnam will also support India to become non-permanent member of the UN Security Council next year. So same time next year, the election will take place. And we pledge our commitment, our support. And we hope that India, and we are certain that India will get elected, and India and Vietnam will work closely together with it. On this occasion, I also would like to thank representatives from Indigo, from VFS, and from China University, who are going to make all the good news to you. I leave that to them to do their job. In conclusion, I also have a very good news to inform you that just 2 days ago, we delivered the first ever made in Vietnam car. It's called Lally, it's VinFast car. So from now on, we mark ourselves on the map of automobile production of the world, that Vietnam is one of the countries which is able to produce and manufacture its own car. Then I will introduce you to see the movie. This is the car Vietnam is going to make. It's very beautiful. It's a combine of technology and design from Germany, Italy, and Japan. So we launched that. 50,000 units have been delivered just 2 days ago. So I hope that one day some of you may take ownership of this car here in India. In conclusion, I'd like to thank you very much and your club for allowing us to have this lovely event tonight, so we can celebrate all the good news together. And at the end of the day, I would like to enjoy you to all of you to enjoy the Vietnamese cuisine, which is one of the pillars of Vietnam soft power, as strong as yoga in the case of India. Thank you very much for the visit.
Types of cars which include sedan, SUV and small cars. Within such a short frame of time, VinFast has established new records in the world's automobile industry. The opening of the plant represents the realization of a long friends of Vietnam. Thank you. Now we may have a look at the screen for having a glimpse of VinFast. The northern city of Haiphong, built on an area of more than 5 lakh square meters of the complex total area of 335 hectares in Dinh Vu Cat Hai Industrial Park. Equipped with modern technology, the plant is designed to have a capacity of 2,50,000 vehicles per year in the first phase. The second phase will see an increased capacity to accommodate 5 lakh cars per year by 2025. On 16 June, VinFast handed over its first cars with the brand name Fadil. Ladies and gentlemen, we would also like to mention something about VinFast here. Speaking of the inauguration ceremony, Prime Minister Nguyen Xuan Phuc said he was impressed with the speed at which the factory was completed, noting that it had only been 650 days since he attended the groundbreaking ceremony on September. May I now request His Excellency to felicitate the President of FCC, Shri S. Venkat Narayan, with flowers. Thank you.
Journalists of India and foreign journalists present here today, and one member of the club.
Today, Women's Awards 2018 is organized by the Party Central Committee's Commission for Information and Education.
Material. I encourage all foreign and Indian journalists to write about Vietnam. Every year, same time, we do this award giving ceremony.
So may I please invite on stage Mr. Manish Gupta to kindly receive the award on behalf of him. Thank you. Scholarship. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm a Mediterranean country, and I am with Sharda University for 10 years. So I'm becoming Indian. Well, we are India's most international university in terms of international students and faculty. As per Association of Indian Universities, we are #1 private university in India in terms of international students, with 1,700 international students from 85 countries across the globe, and also with 40 plus, including myself. Sharda University has 13 schools: engineering and technology, business, law, the medical school, and the attached Sharda Medical Hospital, the dental school, the School of Nursing, the School of Health Sciences, the School of Law, Education, Languages, Design, Architecture, Arts. We have everything. The only school that we don't have is Veterinary Sciences. But this requires not just one hospital, it requires many hospitals. The university prides itself for being an innovator in reinforcing relationships between India and the world by participating in several international programs, by having more than 200 international tie-ups with important universities globally, like University of London in the UK, University of Illinois in America, Harvard University in USA, in West Ljubljana in Slovenia, St. Petersburg University of Information Sciences and Technologies in Russia, and several others, and to participate coming down in several international semester exchange programs. So we're receiving the students do not pay any tuition, they pay, if they pay, in their own university. Right now we receive students, well, not in all areas, not in medical, dental, and nursing, because these areas are Medical Council of India, Dental Council of India regulated, so it's difficult to have full-time students from medical universities, but from the rest of the sciences and arts, from several countries. I'll just tell you the names of a few of the universities that we receive and send students to universities in Spain, University of Cordoba, the University of Almeria in Andalusia in southern Spain, Polytechnic Institute of Meira in Portugal, University of Cyprus in Cyprus, University of Piraeus in Greece, Manisa Selal Bayar University in Turkey, Ural Federal University in the Russian Federation, Tiumen, in Industrial University of Tiumen, again in Russia. What else? National Polytechnic Institute of Mexico, University of Santiago Coracao in Brazil, UCES Universidad in Argentina. So Sharda is everywhere. It's global. It's India's global university. We invite the Vietnamese students from Vietnam universities to join our semester programs. These are programs free of charge, as well as invite Vietnamese applicants to come and join our regular full-time students with a gracious scholarship of 50% of the tuition fees, and have the choice to study in some very, very interesting courses and industry-oriented courses, like, for example, in internet security that we run jointly with IBM, IT infrastructure and IT models that we run with iNurture, business administration that we run with KPMG, software engineering that we run in collaboration with Microsoft. So the Vietnamese students have the chance to learn things in India, to join a dynamic industry market in India, and to benefit themselves, their countries, their families, and of course their country, Vietnam. This is what I wanted to say tonight. I wanted to thank you very much for inviting us. Thank you, my friend.
That we are inviting all the Vietnamese students on the scholarship, and especially scholarship we are offering. As Sharda is not offering any the scholarship to the upcoming students, but especially for the Vietnamese students, on the recommendation of the Excellency Ambassador, we have given opportunity that the 50% scholarship they can receive from the Sharda University on to the each applicant. Yeah. So. In addition to the 100% scholarship we are offering to all the students who are coming in semester exchange programs. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everybody, and may I start by thanking His Excellency the Ambassador of Vietnam for the invitation tonight to come and talk to you all. I have been in the airline business for about too many years, actually, approaching 40 years, and I've met a large number of ambassadors. And I can tell you, in a large number of countries, around 12, but I've rarely found an ambassador with as much passion and conscientiousness as His Excellency tonight. And I think we should all thank him for that. The launch of direct services between India and Vietnam owes a lot to a number of people, including the governments on both sides, obviously, and also a number of tourists who are currently traveling and businessmen who are currently traveling between India and Vietnam. For us, it is one of the undiscovered markets. When I travel myself through Bangkok, which is the traditional route at the moment, it is quite surprising the number of fellow transferee passengers that one has between India and Vietnam. And so really for us as Indigo, it was an obvious route to add as we begin moving more and more international. Currently about 20% of our capacity is deployed on international routes, and we look forward to growing that further this year. And Vietnam is certainly one of the most promising destinations that we've identified, and we are hoping to start services between Calcutta and Hanoi on the 3rd of October, followed quickly by services to Ho Chi Minh City. I should add though that the airline business is a regulated business, and these services are still subject to government approval. We are just going through the last vestiges of the approvals that one has to get in order to launch new international services. But we expect those to be done within the next couple of weeks, and then we will be able to put the flights open for sale. As I mentioned, we hope very much to be starting flights between India and Vietnam on the 3rd of October this year. I first went to Vietnam, I think, in 1996, and I've seen an awful lot of change over that time. And indeed, it's astonishing to me just how tourism in Vietnam has developed. Also, of course, the business market is very strong, but really the tourism market is most outstanding. And when I look at markets, I look at other markets, not just the ones we are engaged in. But something which I will tell you tonight, which may be a surprise, I would hope is a surprise to many of you, is that actually if you look at a market like Korea to Vietnam, there is an airline in Korea called Jeju Air, which is a low-cost airline, very similar to Indigo. Jeju Air today is operating 10 flights a day between Korea and Vietnam. And when you look at that example, and you look at India and Vietnam, the mind boggles. If the Koreans can support 10 flights a day, then surely India should be supporting 50 flights a day. So, as they say in China, the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. And I'm very happy that as Indigo, we are part of that single step. So, many congratulations to the Vietnam government, the ambassador. I'm delighted that we've been able to materialize the flights, and we look forward to doing so on the 3rd of October. Thank you very much.
Also being made by the embassies of India and Vietnam and the VFS Global Services to successfully start the process of visa on arrival. This will undoubtedly bring convenience to tourists from both the sides, resulting in a more comfortable and hassle-free exploration of both the countries. For this, I take the opportunity to call upon stage Mr. Dusty Amroliwala, COO Verification and Attestation Services from VFS Global Services, to kindly launch the digital solution for visa or arrival. Thank you.
Excellency, Mr. Ambassador, Mr. President of the Foreign Correspondents Club of South Asia, and Mr. Willie Coulter, distinguished guests, friends, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like, if I may, Mr. Ambassador, to begin by thanking you and all of those who've gathered here today for allowing me also to join the opportunity of saying a few words on this very momentous occasion, celebrating so much of the richness of Vietnamese culture and life and presence here in India. It is a great privilege for all of us at VFS Global to extend and strengthen the relationship with the Embassy of Vietnam through the launch of our new Visa on Arrival solution for those from every corner of the world who seek to visit this beautiful and culturally rich nation. On behalf of my colleagues in VFS, I would like to thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for all the work that you and your high-quality team have done to support this project and this exclusive arrangement between our company and your embassy. Since 2002, VFS has offered innovative and highly secure online visa solutions that have enabled applicants from all around the world to apply for their visas on the move at any time and from any place. And by leveraging our expertise as global leaders in visa services, we have created with the embassy authorities a completely new and user-friendly, secure digital service, which I think will enhance very considerably the ease and convenience of all visa applicants seeking to travel to Vietnam. I'm confident also, Mr. Ambassador, that it will bring similar user-friendly benefits to the staff in your embassy who are processing those applications. This highly advanced, secure digital technology will enable all visa on arrival applicants to access and to own a digital wallet which will securely allow them to both send and receive all communications with the Embassy of Vietnam here in India. For those who seek a visa urgently to travel to Vietnam, the opportunity will be there for a priority service for either the same day or for the next day, providing, of course, you use the facilities which are set out in those seven simple steps that you see on the posters around you this evening. If I may, could I also take this opportunity to highlight the very strong relationship that we share with Vietnam, both as a mission here in India that we service, and also as a country where we have considerable presence. We first began our visa operations in Vietnam in 2013, and since then we have extended our visa services to over 20 client governments in your country, through our many centres in Hanoi, in Ho Chi Minh, and in Da Nang. We're extremely proud also that many Vietnamese nationals are part of that team in VFS that provides those services to all of those 20 client governments. And here in India also, since 2015, we have grown our operations on behalf of the Vietnamese Embassy to service a very large number of visa applicants in 10 cities across India that now are applying for visas. And as we've heard, with the launch of the direct flights from Indigo very shortly, I'm sure that number is going to grow and grow year on year.
Vietnam work here. So today we honor them the same way we honor you.
invite you to go to the other side and pick up a drink and enjoy Vietnamese food. Excellency, you want to tell them something about your drinks and food?
Well, before coming here, I was ambassador in Paris, in Brussels, and assistant minister of foreign affairs in charge of cultural diplomacy. So I like promoting, among others, Vietnamese cuisine. Vietnamese cuisine tonight, I want to show you is, how different it is from Indian cuisine. But I can assure you it's very good. And normally, look at my staff and my countrymen, they eat a lot, but they stay very slim. That's the most important thing. And you can put a lot of chilies. We have a lot of ingredients apart. You can put a lot of chilies. So we have special kind of soup, which is chicken soup. I know that here a lot of vegetarian. You also vegetarian soup. We have vegetable. We have spring roll, which has been classified by CNN as one of the 50 best dishes. Yes, I have also shrimp. We import from Vietnam. Vietnam is one of the major shrimp exporters of the world. We export a lot to the US, EU, and Japan. And last but not least, we have Vietnamese vodka. So please enjoy. Thank you very much.
So I want to announce that if anybody wants to find their stories about Vietnam, India direct flights, which are going to be every day from the 3rd of October, we have 4G facilities. You can just pick up a drink and go and sit in the air-conditioned auditorium and find your story. Okay, thank you.
May I start? I'm very pleased to see so many journalists of India and foreign countries attending the Vietnam Evening. This is a very special evening where we celebrate the successful election of Vietnam to the UN Security Council for the term 2020-2021. And more importantly, this is an opportunity to congratulate and honor all the journalists in general. I also like to take this opportunity to send to you and to you all the team of our channel the best wishes on the occasions of the International Day of Journalists in Vietnam. I also would like to share with you some good news about the recent development in Vietnam and in the relationship between India and Vietnam. The most important thing is that India will just announced the direct flight starting on the 3rd of October, and it's between Kolkata and Hanoi on a daily basis, and that is very good. It's the first time we have a direct airline between the two countries. The second the news is that we launched the platform for visa application on arrival, so anyone can apply that to do that, because India is so vast. It's a big country, 14 times of Vietnam in terms of land area, so you don't have to travel to embassy to apply. You can apply online, and you get that when you arrive to Vietnam. So it's very convenient. And thirdly, we try to promote Vietnamese students, encourage them to come here and to study, because I want to make India a favorite study destination for Vietnamese students. And on this occasion, I also want to honor the two Indian journalists and writers who have won a prize of Vietnam government for writing about Vietnam and writing about Vietnam. I encourage other journalists and writers to write more about Vietnam, and hope that you will be able to get the same awards, which is a very prestigious award in Vietnam, and that will promote to deepen the mutual understanding between the two countries. Last but not least, I'm also pleased to announce the delivery of the first batch of Vietnamese made car. And I'm very happy because this is a wonderful thing that Vietnam appear on the map of the few countries who are able to produce their own cars.
Focus area for Vietnam.
Focus area for Vietnam is the one Vietnam is membership as a non-permanent member of the UN Security Council. We work closely with all partners countries in order to contribute to the overall objective that defined by the UN Security Council and UN Charter. especially to contribute to the maintenance of peace, stability in various parts of the world, and to add to the solution of any conflict which is still pending. And also work closely with other UN Security Council members and UN agencies for the attainment of the Sustainable Development Objective, because our motto is membership for sustainable development. And we are proud to share our experience because Vietnam is one of the few countries which is able to achieve the millennium goals ahead of schedule. So we are firmly convinced that we are able to fulfill our responsibility that all the international community is on us, really represented by the high record of vote. We have so many head of state government of our two countries visiting each other. We have the Prime Minister Modi visited Vietnam 3.5 years back. We have the President of Vietnam and the Prime Minister of Vietnam visiting India last year, and also we have the President of Vietnam, and just last month we have the Vice President of India visiting Vietnam. And the trade between the two countries increased by 40%, which is a very positive development. And our relations in defense, security are very strong. So basically, all this is very positive. We also have strong people contact. We have a good diaspora of Indian Vietnamese of Indian origins, Indians working here. And we have historical and civilizational religions that dated 2,600 years back. So we are very happy with the kind of the relations between the two countries.
Vietnam is to role of India and Vietnam as a guest.
As a ambassador, I'm very pleased to contribute to the furthering of our bilateral relations. I will try to work very hard with other agencies, other states, other ministries, with the central government as well as the state government in order to boost our bilateral relations. I've been able to travel more than 70 states, and I am sure that I will continue to travel more in order to get, number one, the deeper understanding of the Indian system and culture of people, and number two, to identify the area for further cooperation between our two countries.
Well, we think there's a big market between India and Vietnam, which is not being served right now. And in fact, there's a number of people who are transiting through Bangkok, or Kuala Lumpur, or through Guangzhou, and we believe that there's very much a decent market which we would like to serve non-stop between Calcutta and Hanoi, and then subsequently Calcutta to Ho Chi Minh City, and potentially other points in India.
What type of travelers, business, tourists?
Well, we think the market is very diverse. There is already a strong tourism market from India into Vietnam, including a number of companies who are holding their meetings, incentives, conventions in Vietnam, which has very good facilities for those kind of activities. So that's one aspect. But then there are also tourists, Indian tourists, who are looking for something different to their normal destinations. And I think with the e-visa, visa on arrival, which is now being approved by the Vietnamese government, I think that there will be a huge demand from Indians to travel to Vietnam. It has a lot of cultural sites worth seeing. It's a very diverse country, obviously very long, and many different beaches, and a number of tourist attractions, which I think will be very attractive to the Indian families and Indian travelers. Yeah, so we're planning to launch in early October. It's still subject to government approval, but we're going through the process right now, and we don't anticipate any delay. And as soon as we have got the formal government approval from both sides, from both the Indian government and Vietnamese government, then we will be listing the flights in our system for sale, and people will be able to buy seats on Indigo